7th grade math students. Earlier this year, we discussed this topic, but given that we are in our chapter on collecting, displaying, and analyzing data, I thought it would be important to review the topic of populations and samples again, given that we are out collecting data ourselves. So, here we have a picture of an animal. Do you know what kind of animal this is? If you don't, these are elk. All right, these are a bunch of elk that I found up in northern Vermont. In 2002, there were claims that chronic wasting disease, or mad elk disease, was spreading westward across North America. And in order to verify these claims, the elk population had to be tested. Wow, that sounds like a very difficult task, having to catch all of the elk in North America. Wow. Well, that's because the population is huge. When information is gathered about a group, such as all of the elk in North America, the entire group is called the population. This seems a little bit overwhelming. How on earth could scientists catch every single elk? Well, they probably can't. So instead, what they do is test a sample. Researchers often study part of the population, which is called a sample. This is much more doable. However, we need to make sure that our samples fairly represent the population. Here's what I'm talking about. This is a picture of my daughter with that same group of elk. What do you notice? They're fenced in, all right? This is called a convenience sample. A convenience sample is based on members of the population that are readily available. It was really convenient for us to go to the fence and visit with these elk. So it'd be pretty easy for us to take that sample inside the fence and to test them for mad elk disease. Another type of sample is called a random sample. A random sample takes members of the population, chosen at random, and it gives every member of the population an equal chance to be chosen. Now, these are very different types of samples, and here's why. A biased sample does not fairly represent the population. So think about it. If we go to this elk farm and we test the elk that are enclosed in this fence, well, they probably haven't been exposed to other elk with mad elk disease. And so the elk inside this fence probably don't represent the population of all elk in North America. So this convenience sample is likely biased and not representing the whole population. Okay? A non-biased sample would be a random sample. So here, a study of 50 elk belonging to a breeder could be biased because the breeder's elk might be less likely to have mad elk disease than elk out in the wild. All right, so just keep in mind, as we go through and collect our data ourselves, are we collecting data that is random or convenient? And after you collect your data, you should ask, is my data biased? Or is it fairly representing my population? Have a great day.